There is a moment in human connection that psychology cannot fully explain with data alone, but the heart recognizes instantly. It is the moment when you realize that someone hasn't just looked at you, they have truly seen you. When someone is deeply in love with you, the atmosphere around them shifts. It is not always loud. It is not always a grand gesture of flowers and public declarations. True, deep love often begins in silence. It begins with a quiet decision made in the sanctuary of their mind. This is the person I will protect. This is the person I will cherish. You might be feeling confused right now. You might be analyzing texts, replaying conversations, and wondering if what you feel is real or just a projection of your own hope. But psychology tells us that the subconscious mind reveals what the conscious mind is too afraid to say. When someone loves you deeply, they undergo a fundamental shift in their priority hierarchy. You stop being an option and become a necessity. Not a necessity like water or food, but a necessity for their soul's peace. They might not have told you yet, perhaps out of fear of rejection or ruining what you currently have, but their energy speaks louder than their words ever could. Before we dive deeper into the subtle psychological signs that reveal their hidden devotion, take a moment to connect with this energy. If you believe in the power of understanding the human mind and heart, ensure you are subscribed to this channel. We unravel the truths that others are too afraid to speak. Now, let's talk about anchoring. In psychology, anchoring is when a person subconsciously connects a specific feeling of safety to a specific person. When someone is deeply in love with you, you become their emotional anchor. Watch how they behave when they are in a room full of strangers. Watch how they react when they receive bad news. Do they instinctively look for you? This is the safe haven effect in attachment theory. When the world feels chaotic, the brain seeks a baseline of safety to regulate cortisol levels, the stress hormone. If this person consistently turns to you when they are overwhelmed, tired, or anxious, it is because their brain has coded you as safe. You are no longer just another person in their life. You are the medicine to their chaos. They don't just want you around for the good times. They need you for their survival in the bad times. This is the profound difference between attraction and deep love. Attraction wants your best. Love needs your presence, regardless of the circumstance. You have likely heard of mirroring in basic body language analysis, where someone copies your posture or hand gestures. But when someone is deeply, spiritually in love with you, this goes far beyond physical imitation. This is what we call emotional resonance. Have you noticed that your moods have started to become their moods? When you are sad, even if you haven't said a word, their demeanor drops. They become quieter, more attentive, perhaps even restless. This is caused by mirror neurons in the brain which allow us to feel empathy. In deep love, these neurons are hyperactive. They are not just sympathizing with you, they are feeling with you. If you are hurting, they are physically uncomfortable. If you are winning, they feel a rush of dopamine as if they themselves have won the lottery. This profound empathy gap closes only when there is genuine, deep-rooted love. They are no longer a separate entity operating in a silo. Their emotional state is tethered to yours. If you notice that they cannot be truly happy unless they know you are okay, understand this. They have already given you the keys to their emotional well-being. That is a power we only give to the one we love. Casual daters, or those with fleeting interest, live in the now. They plan for the weekend, for the next date, for immediate gratification. But the one who is deeply in love with you engages in what psychologists call future casting. This is the subconscious act of inserting you into their long-term timeline. Listen to the language they use. It is a subtle shift from I to we. This is known as interdependence theory. They stop viewing their life as a solo journey. When they talk about a wedding 5 years from now, a career move, or even a travel destination, do they imply your presence? Even if they don't explicitly say, I want you to come, they might say, we would love that place, or you would look great living in that city, Belle. This is not accidental. The human brain is constantly simulating future scenarios to ensure survival and happiness. If their brain keeps automatically inserting you into those simulations, it is because they cannot visualize a happy future without you in it. You are not a guest in their life anymore. You are part of the foundation. They are building a mental home, and they have already moved you in. There is a misconception that protection is always about physical fights or grand displays of dominance. In the psychology of deep love, protection is often silent. It is the hero instinct manifesting as emotional guardianship. The person who loves you deeply is constantly scanning the environment for threats to your peace. They notice when someone makes you uncomfortable before you even say it. They notice when you are cold. They notice when you are socially drained and need to leave a party. This protective silence is profound. They will often take on burdens so you don't have to. Maybe they fix a problem in your life without asking for credit. Maybe they defend your name in a room where you aren't present. This behavior stems from a biological drive to preserve the well-being of their mate. If they are willing to inconvenience themselves, driving hours to see you, staying up late to hear you vent, spending their last savings to make you smile, it is because your comfort is more valuable to them than their own convenience. This is the truest form of currency in love, sacrifice. We all wear masks. We present our best selves to the world, the funny, smart, capable versions of who we are. But deep love is not found in the light. It is found in the shadows. The person who is truly in love with you has seen your shadow self. They have seen you angry, irrational, messy, morning-faced, and broken. And here is the miracle. It did not scare them away. In fact, it drew them closer. In psychology, this is the transition from idealization to realization. Infatuation is loving the idea of someone. Deep love is knowing the reality of someone, flaws and all, and choosing them anyway. If you have shown them your ugly side and they responded with patience instead of judgment, they are the one. They understand that you are human. They are not looking for a trophy to put on a shelf. They are looking for a partner to walk through the mud with. When someone loves you deeply, your imperfections are not red flags to them. They are simply parts of the masterpiece. They love you not despite your flaws, but with a full understanding of them. Vulnerability is terrifying. For the human ego, vulnerability looks like weakness. It looks like giving someone the weapon to hurt you and trusting them not to use it. When someone is deeply in love with you, you will notice their walls coming down, brick by brick. This might manifest as them sharing childhood traumas they've never told anyone else. It might be them crying in front of you or admitting their deepest fears about failure. Men, in particular, are conditioned by society to be stoic. If a man breaks that conditioning for you, if he allows you to see him weak or uncertain, it is the highest compliment he can pay you. It means he trusts you with his soul. He is signaling that he feels safe enough to expose his soft underbelly. This level of psychological safety is rare. It takes years to build with some people, but with the one, it can happen naturally. If they are letting you into the dark rooms of their past, it is because they want you to be the light in their future. The Zeigarnik effect is a psychological concept that states people remember uncompleted or interrupted tasks better than completed ones. In the context of love, this manifests as an obsession with understanding you. You are a puzzle they never want to finish solving. When someone loves you deeply, they remember the details. They remember the name of your first pet. They remember how you take your coffee. They remember a story you told them 3 months ago about a scar on your knee. Why? Because their reticular activating system, RAS, in the brain is filtered to prioritize information about you. You are the most important subject in their world. They study you. Not in a creepy way, but with the fascination of a student studying their favorite subject. If they bring up small details you thought they forgot, it is proof that when you speak, the world stops for them. They are collecting these details to build a map of your soul, ensuring they know how to love you better than anyone else ever has. Let's talk about biology for a moment. The eyes are the only part of the brain that is visible from the outside. When we look at something we love, our autonomic nervous system reacts instantly. Our pupils dilate. This is an involuntary response. It cannot be faked. When they look at you, do their eyes look darker, wider, deeper? This is the oxytocin gaze. It is the look of someone trying to drink you in. They are not just looking at your face, they are looking into your essence. You will catch them staring at you when you aren't doing anything special. Maybe you're just reading a book or driving. When you catch them, they might smile and look away, or they might hold the gaze. That silence between the eyes is heavy with unsaid words. It says, I still can't believe you are real. I still can't believe you are here with me. It is a look of reverence. If you see this look, trust it. It is the rawest biological signal of deep affection. Many people think that true love means no fighting. Psychology says the opposite. True, deep relationships are defined not by the absence of conflict, but by the quality of the repair. When someone is deeply in love with you, they fight differently. They don't fight to win, they fight to understand. Even in the heat of an argument, they are careful with their words because they know that once said, words cannot be unsaid. They value the relationship more than their ego. Notice how they handle the aftermath. Do they stonewall you and ignore you for days? Or do they come back, lower their pride, and say, I don't want to fight, I want to fix this? A person who loves you deeply is terrified of the emotional distance between you. They cannot rest until the bridge is repaired. They are willing to say, I'm sorry, even when they think they are right, simply because your peace of mind is more important to them than being right. We compartmentalize our lives. We have work friends, gym friends, and acquaintances. But then we have the inner circle, the family and the childhood friends who know who we truly are. When someone is deeply in love with you, they want to integrate you into this circle. They want their mother to know you. They want their best friend to approve of you. This is a sign of social verification. They are so proud of you, so sure of you, that they want to show you off to the people who matter most. If they have introduced you to their family, or if they constantly talk about you to them, they are weaving your lives together. They are creating a social safety net where you are no longer an outsider. They are signaling to their tribe, this person is with me. Treat them as you treat me. It is a declaration of permanence. There is a distinct difference between someone who loves you as you are and someone who loves you enough to help you grow. The Michelangelo phenomenon in psychology describes how close partners sculpt one another. Someone deeply in love with you sees your potential even when you don't. They are your biggest cheerleader. They push you to pursue that dream job. They encourage you to go back to school. They challenge your negative self-talk. They are not threatened by your success. They are fueled by it. A toxic partner wants you to stay small so you never leave them. A loving partner wants you to fly, trusting that you will choose to fly back to them. If this person makes you want to be a better human being simply by being in their presence, that is the hallmark of a soulmate connection. They are the fertilizer to your growth, not the weed choking your roots. Movies teach us that love is fireworks, drama, and rain-soaked confessions. But psychology teaches us that real, long-lasting love is boring. It is consistent. It is reliable. The person who is deeply in love with you shows up. Day after day, not just when it's exciting, but when it's Tuesday night and you're both tired and have to pay bills. This is secure attachment. They are predictable in their love. You don't have to guess where you stand with them. If they text you good morning every day, if they call when they say they will, if they are a steady rock in your life, do not mistake this for lack of passion. This is the highest form of passion. It is the passion of commitment. It is the vow to be there, even when the mood isn't striking. It is the discipline of love, and it is the sign that they are in this for the long haul. Proxemics is the study of human use of space. When someone is in love, they unconsciously reduce the distance between you. In a group setting, they will drift toward you. When sitting on a couch, their knees will point toward you. This is magnetic. They crave your touch not just sexually, but for comfort. The brush of a hand, a head on a shoulder, holding hands while walking. This release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, is addictive to them. They feel physically recharged by your proximity. If you notice that they always seem to end up by your side, physically and metaphorically, it is because their body knows where it belongs. Most people listen with the intent to reply. The one who loves you listens with the intent to understand. This is active listening. When you speak, they put their phone down. They maintain eye contact. They ask follow-up questions. They value your opinion. Whether it's about which movie to watch or a major life decision, they want to know what you think. Your perspective shapes their reality. If you dislike someone, they start to dislike them too. If you love a song, they learn to love it. They value your mind as much as your body. They are in love with your thoughts, your logic, your unique way of viewing the world. Let's be honest about the painful side of love. When you love deeply, you open yourself up to the immense pain of loss. The person who loves you is terrified of losing you. You might see this as a flash of jealousy, not toxic, controlling jealousy, but a subtle protectiveness when someone else flirts with you. It's a primal reaction. It says, they are mine. You might see it in their anxiety when you are traveling, checking in to make sure you are safe. This fear stems from the realization that you are irreplaceable. They know that if you walked out of their life, there would be a void that no one else could ever fill. This fear, when healthy, drives them to treat you better, to cherish every moment because they know how rare this connection is. True love is patient. If you are not ready, they wait. If you are healing from a past relationship, they give you space. They do not pressure you to label things before you are ready. This patience is a testament to their certainty. They are so sure that you are the one, that they are willing to play the long game. They would rather wait for you than be with anyone else. They respect your timeline because they respect you. They are not rushing to the finish line, they are enjoying the walk with you. Have you ever had a moment where you picked up the phone to call them and they were already calling you? Or you looked at each other and knew exactly what the other was thinking? This is the shared consciousness. When two nervous systems are deeply attuned, they start to operate on the same frequency. The person who loves you deeply knows you. They know when your smile is fake. They know when you need a hug versus when you need space. They can read your micro expressions better than an FBI agent. This intuitive link only forms through deep, attentive love. It feels like magic, but it is the result of thousands of hours of paying attention to you. Nietzsche said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." For the person deeply in love with you, you have become a part of their why. They work harder because they want to provide a future for you. They take care of their health because they want to live longer with you. They strive to be a better person because they want to be worthy of you. You are their muse. You are the invisible force pushing them forward. If they tell you that you inspire them, believe them. You are the fuel in their engine. As we come to the end, I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Think of the person who came to your mind throughout this video, the one whose name popped into your head when I spoke of safety, of future, of silent protection. That person is not an accident in your life. The universe does not make mistakes with connections this deep. If you recognize these signs, the mirroring, the anchoring, the growth, the consistency, then you must accept the truth. You are deeply, profoundly loved. This person has chosen you. In a world of billions, they have looked at you and said, "Here, this is where I stay." Do not take this love for granted. It is rare, it is precious, and it is yours. If this message resonated with your soul, if you felt a specific face in your mind, take it as a sign. Reach out, bridge the gap. Because life is too short to leave deep love unspoken.